Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mackie McCandlish, and I've jumped into a Scars 8-4, which, because it was the one starting, but I'm jumping in knowing that I'm not really playing quite enough Magic to really be an 8, to really be a, to really rock the 8-4s like I used to. And when I say used to, I'm not saying I rocked them that hard, but I did better than I've been doing. I'm leaning towards the Zenith. I like playing the 8-4s though, just because the players are so much better that you learn life's lessons the hard way. What else do we have here? We have Phyrexiodin Rager. It's really not super excited about putting counters on my own dudes, but and it's double black, but the artifact options here aren't terrific. So I haven't seen this card actually ever get used, so I guess I'm just a little bit trepidatious when I probably shouldn't be. I'm fine with Spread the Sickness. Personally, I really like Sphere of the Suns because it seems like some red card you want to always go and buy at some point. Could be doubling up on the Ragers, but I like all these. I like a lot of these cards actually, but I'll just take the removal. And I find I do better if I've said this before, that the more I prioritize the removal, the better I tend to do, except for that one weird game where I drew. Anyway, weird stuff. Where black is drying up. This is bad if I end up infect. The problem here is I don't know if I'm going to be infect. So quality-wise, I feel like green and blue are looking pretty good here. Even red, green, blue, and red. See, I really have no fucking idea what to take here, to be completely honest. Does this mean red's open? I mean, it's a decent amount of red. The blue Steel Sabotage is okay, but it doesn't excite me that much. I think I am going to go the damage route. That seems to work best for me, so tentative pick there. Creeping Corrosion, Rotwolf, Dross Ripper, Steel Sabotage. Some pretty good cards here. I don't know that this is really a great green signal, though. I'm not crazy about double green, double black. I'd rather take Dross Ripper that I can pump, get some damage in there. Whereas Rotwolf is probably the more powerful card, but I'm seeing 2 infect here, so is infect open? I really like just getting in there for the damage in ways that do bad things to them. Remove their stuff, get in there for damage, kill them. I think that's a good plan. See, we're not seeing great infect. Here comes a Flenser Mite. So we could take Blister Stick Shaman so we can keep the early beats. Oh shit, fuck. Ugh. Now I feel bad. Fuck. This is a clearer green infect signal than I would have wanted to see at this point. Whereas Blister Stick Shaman ain't all that. He okay. Fuck me. I can't ignore the signal. He's too good. I'm okay with this dude. Can do things all by himself. It's not bad. Leaning towards Sphere of the Suns here. Otherwise, we got a Mountain Walk, a Trample. expensive thing. Dark Steel Plate would have been my next pick, but I'm not crazy about it. I think we take... It's like we either take the Living Weapon or we take the Serum Raker and be prepared to ditch everything. I think this dude's okay. Depending on where we end up. I'm not excited about these cards. Take this crap, but I just, yeah. I'm not that excited. If we do end up green, he all expensive, but he's cool. We don't have that much acceleration yet, but I'd rather have him to fall back on than Tangle Mantis, I think. Probably not play. Definitely gotten away from what I thought my theme was earlier, so I apologize for that. Probably some mispicks in there. Okay. I can't really get behind a double red, can I? Yeah, whatever. Probably not playing it. So, not super enthused that I didn't take Rotwolf. Overall, just... I guess I was overly confused by the signals. I think Skin Render is the auto pick here. Once again, I don't know. It seems like this happens to me in these drafts all the time. I shouldn't think of him as damage. He's just a guy that's going to do stuff to let me do stuff. So Skin Render goes fine with that plan. And we're passing a bunch of blue and white. Whatever. I don't think we're blue or white. I'm not exactly sure where. Sphere of the Arc Trail. This is like a blue pack. I mean, I dig Molder Beast too, but Arc Trail can do all sorts of game-winning things. Somebody passed Arc Trail. How nice of that. Okay, so we're still not really sure of that second color. Definitely not getting into blue at this point. That guy can go Sphinx it up for all I care. Molder Beast could come around. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. Maybe if there's a lot of blue people next to me, it'll come around. Jeez, the blue is going to be strong. So, Golem Artisan. I do have a decent number of artifact creatures. Well, got some anyway. Golem Artisan, Ledinmere, or Cyst Bearer. Cyst Bearer can block, but Blight Widow tends to do that better for the cost, I think. Golem Artisan. I don't feel like I'm winning with Infect at this point, unless Juggernaut does a surprising thing, which Golem Artisan can enable. I'm really expensive, though, and I feel like the Mirror would help too, but I feel like the Artisan's going to be more powerful than the Mirror. So I think I should just take the Artisan and be on the lookout for... Plus, I could play the freaking... I could play the Silver Skin Armor, and then the Artisan gets even better. I'm not too excited about the spread. Bladed Pinions. My creature count's pretty low, but Lifesmith is not that exciting. This is just not an exciting pack. I bet all the good Planeswalkers are already taken from this pack. Yeah, what am I going to take? Darksteel Mirror? It's hard for me to get behind a Lightsmith. And I gotta pay one? Ugh. Why are are you such a loser? And why did this thing come back? Did I do show all at some point? I'm not excited about this, but it's not an exciting pack. So he could be a sideboard against something. I don't know. I'm not really excited about either of these equipments yet. We can keep pushing the artifact thing, which I'm actually okay with. I don't think I want to be infect. The infect has not been mind-blowing by any stretch of the imagination. I don't want Drawshopper. I don't want Scudder, so I think this is an easy... After much thinking, this is an easy pick. I'm not really excited. Heartstoker could potentially get played. Since we're not infect, I think Flesh Allergy is perfectly playable. Get some extra damage on there. Yeah, not seeing the stuff. If we're gonna go artifacts, I think Edge Champion is fine. It's either that or one of these green dudes. I mean, it might be red. We're definitely gonna be red. We're gonna play Arc Trail, so I feel like we're just gonna play a little bit of green, probably for Blight Widow. Edge Champion's kind of annoying. This has high appeal. I think we're gonna take the land here over Wing Puncture or Dragon of Thought. Yeah, it's fine. Increase my options. This my back to the original pack seems all bad. Doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't think I really want to be sacking artifacts either. I think I might just hate on a Riddlesmith. Blue's gonna be strong enough. Yeah, I don't want to play Ferrovore. So the big green monster did not wheel, which is not a huge surprise. Neurock Replica did though. Jeez. Don't really want to splash for him. I think I'll take this dude on the off chance that he gets a chance, which is low. I can proliferate this once, but I think we'll just take this away from whoever wanted it. Scout could actually... No, wait, Scout sucks. Take that back. Probably not playing that. So, still low on creatures. Our removal doesn't suck. I don't even know if this is probably not even getting in there. So we'll continue pushing the artifacts. Molder Beast, Spike Shot. Does Spike Shot have a boost? He only has a boost if he wears a bunch of equipment and then gets boosted or something. Seems like a potential 8-in-1. Molder Beast. There's always a chance for artifacts to get removed, although I don't have any direct artifact removal. I like the white. Why can't I take the white? I don't know. He's such a red commitment. But I feel like he does tend to do good things when he has a chance. Molder Beast, Molder Beast, Molder Beast, Molder Beast, Molder Beast, Molder Beast. Molder Beast combined with some of these things could be a real game winner. Spike Shot, Spike Shot, Spike Shot. Too much red. I don't want to be that much red. Really don't. Yeah, I don't have that much of an early game going though, so I don't know if that was smart or not. I lean towards Clasp just because I love it. But I'm low on creatures. And I don't have much to proliferate. Well, Technically I do if this gets off, puts a 1 counter, and then I can just start. Spoon Render makes counters. A little bit of counter action there, and this goes well with Metalcraft. I would not be against Leaden Mirror getting in there, though. Another Leaden Mirror. My 4-drops are ripe with Leaden Mirror action. It's hard to turn down the clasp, though. This honestly seems like a smarter choice. It really does. And he can be removed. We can spread the sickness with it later. I got some expensive stuff. It's tough. I'm going to take the clasp, but because it does bad things to me and it's a good card, but I really think that might have been a mistake. I kind of dig Palladium Beer here. I mean, I could play a lot of this stuff, potentially. Don't really feel like I'm playing that. But Palladium Mirror. I really should take in that mirror. These are some really good cards. This is going to be a tough fight. Turn Slag is an definite option. I just feel like I do need some more creatures to actually do things. God damn it. Oh my god. I'm going to take the mirror. That was probably bad. Okay. Is this the deck that wants to wall, or is it the deck that wants to get a Rusted Relic in there? Or an Iron Mirror. It's a really 4-drop heavy deck. Oh, Wall. You are good at getting something, and you're one of my only air defenses. And you help things get bigger. But you're a Metalcraft creature. You help me get things too. Let me do damage and mirror it up. I'm going to take a mirror. Feels wrong. Everything feels wrong. Oh, Mass. He's proliferatable too. Get in there early and start proliferating him up. Kind of like that. Wall's good too. I could go Mass, I think, though. I feel like I'm going to get my ass owned by air infect or something like that. It's gonna just mess me up, which makes me want Wall. This deck doesn't, I mean, this deck feels like Spin Engine is a misplay. It doesn't feel super aggressive to me. I think this deck needs at least 1 Wall to get to later things. Proliferate Dais, sacrifice something, or Clone Shell pops out a cool creature, or Saberclaw. Creature count is getting there. Already got one of those. Yeah, I'll take a Dice, it's fine. Now I can take a Clone Shell. Or a Gold Mirror, but I think the 2 mirror I have is probably enough. If he was on color, I'd probably jump for it. I think this deck can Hellion it, maybe. It's possible. Never did get my cool green thing. Oh well. I don't think I really want that. I think I'm good on creatures, regardless. Just take annoying thing away. I think I take the Blight Mamba here, and the rare chance that I feel like sign it in can be pretty effective. Okay, now we have to sleep in the bed that we have constructed out of various things. This weird triple colored bed of ours. What did I take Spike Shot out? Oh, was there over some green dude or something? Or something good that I should have taken? This draft really did make me feel pretty conflicted at times. I'm glad I got away from Infect, but I don't know. I feel like there were some powerful decks there that I didn't draft too. That's okay. Learning will happen as soon as we get to play. There we go. Let's put good things down there and decent things here. Make sure we get that in there. I'll never forget the time I drafted the cool rare land and then forgot to put it in. Possibles, slightly possibles, likelies, possibles. I guess this is remotely possible. Let's see where we ended up in artifact wise. Where are we now? Our 3 drops are kind of random looking, but our curve is okay. We're at 20 cards with room for creatures, room for other stuff. A little bit of green for the wall and for the Blight Widow. Is that worth Blight Mamba-ing it for? A little bit more defensive stuff. I really don't think we want the triple green. I feel like Flameborn Hellion and Spike Shot want... Flameborn Hellion doesn't need more red, but if I'm going to play Spike Shot and Arc Trail, I feel like I'm going to want a little more red than just an Iron Mirror. A little more mountain action. We want the black to be early enough to be accessible, though. But we didn't end up as crazy black as you would have thought. I really would have liked to have seen a Scudder. Do we want Silverskin Armor to make the... Something wants to be artifacts. Golem Artisan wants more artifacts. I think I'm going to regret not having Rested Relic, but... Oh well. I've got these 3. Seems like I should put one of those 3 in at least. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. We did get to 13 artifacts. So this could be a decent 2-drop, although he sucks against Cisper. I think I'll pause for my usual meditation. Okay, well here is what I'm contemplating. I feel like the Bladed Pinions could be a sideboard card if they have a lot of air, because we do have the Wall and the Blight Widow and the Golem, all that can deal with air. And other things hurt stuff directly. I want the Silver Skin Armor in there for Spike Shot and for Golem Artisan. Thought a while about the number of lands, and do I really want Carapace Forger that early with only 4 forts in there? But I feel like it could be a cheap 4/4 later, and that's still fine. Especially with 14 artifacts. Maybe get Flare Husk, but the other thing is I might not need to play 17 lands. I could go 16 lands. So I'm not actually that expensive, and I have multiple mirror. Good idea, me. Maybe I do play Flare Husk at the cost. But the problem is, land-wise, since I'm sort of all over the place, and I really want a lot of mountains, I don't really want to give up a swamp and have Skin Render be too late. So I think I will play 17 lands, at least going into it, and maybe we'll mix it up afterwards. I think that is where I'm headed. I think that is what I'm doing. It doesn't feel like the worst deck I've ever drafted. It doesn't have Mega Bombs. It has some interesting combos. It doesn't have a heavy amount of burn. It doesn't have the things that usually lead to me winning. It's like, usually I win because I have enough cool, tricky blue cards, or just bombs, or